Hey everybody, welcome back. Where today, guess who had to work a crazy 10-hour shift on Pokemon Day and is only just now able to record a video for you guys? Yeah, me. Yeah, woohoo. Alright, so I've been mulling over this all day. I have a lot of thoughts. I don't have a lot of thoughts about Legends ZA, except I was wrong. It doesn't seem to have normal battles. I'm sorry. I can't be right all the time, okay? Who else would get to be right if I was right all the time? I have a lot of thoughts about Pokemon Champions. Everybody, at least from as far as I can tell, is very, very excited about Pokemon Champions. And God, am I jealous. I wish that I could be excited about Pokemon Champions. But you see, I have a lot of concerns about Pokemon Champions. I can't let myself dream and be too high pie in the sky about Pokemon Champions, because this has happened before. You see, yes, this looks like Pokemon Battle Revolution. It looks like, oh my god, everybody's going to be able to just play VGC on this game. They can do whatever they want with the mainline games. We don't have to worry about it. It's going to be great for accessibility. It's going to be great for this and that and blah, 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 blah. Look. All right, look, you look at me. Do you trust the Pokemon Company to make good decisions? Do you really? Because I don't. Not anymore. I wish I could, like I said, but I don't. You know what this is going to be? You know what I think this is going to be? I think this is going to be Pokemon VGC Pocket. You remember they revealed Pokemon TCG Pocket? Everybody was really hype about it. They're like, oh my god, these battles, I can do this. This is going to be fun. I get to open packs. I get to play the Pokemon TCG. You don't get to play the Pokemon TCG in Pokemon TCG Pocket. You get to play, third cousin twice removed who, shares 10% of its DNA with Pokemon TCG. And maybe that's a really cynical view. Okay, but it's just kind of what I'm seeing. And there's a few reasons for this, but mostly it's just because I don't seriously believe that the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, Nintendo, whoever you want to call it, is going to give us a game that is just Pokemon battling, that is focused solely at people who play VGC, that works on mobile devices. Like, you're telling me I could do this game? I don't even have to own a Switch. I could source all of my Pokemon into Pokemon Home. I don't even have to own a Nintendo Switch to play VGC. That's crazy. I don't believe that even for a second. Not even for a second. Look, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe it comes out in whenever it's gonna come out, because they didn't even give us a release window. We don't even know if it's gonna come out this year or next year or 2028, or maybe it'll get quietly canceled. We'll never hear about it again. What they announced Pokemon Sleep. Pokemon Sleep didn't come out for 3 years after they announced it or something, right? We have no idea when this game is coming out. I just don't have the good faith about this project specifically, and a lot of it is just me being cynical and saying, look, they're not going to give us VGC that works on, cell phones, right? Like, Pokemon Go at tournaments, they already have to provide everybody a phone so that everybody has the same model of phone so that the lag doesn't hurt anything and nobody can get, secret cheat text messages on their Pokemon Go phone, right? They're not going to let us play in tournaments on a cell phone. That's crazy. Imagine you go and you got your, Nintendo Switch 2 and you're sitting there and the person across from you pulls out their freaking iPhone X. You know what I mean? That's not going to happen. But beyond that, the website does not have a whole lot of information on it, right? We don't know when this game's coming out. We don't know anything really about it other than it exists and the little bit that they've told us. But we know a couple of things, okay? We know that it will at least have Mega Evolution and Terastallization, which is very interesting. They showed us those two things. It's probably just because those are the two mechanics that are relevant right now, as, we have Scarlet and Violet, and then obviously Mega Evolution is coming back in Legends ZA. So we know it at least have those two mechanics. Will it have other mechanics? I don't know. Is it going to have Z-moves? Is it going to have Dynamax? Is it going to have... That's it? That's all the mechanics? I have no idea. I really don't know. Maybe, probably. I don't know. But we do know that it's going to have its own limited decks. That's right. It's not going to be a national dex game. It's going to have its own limited Pokedex. We don't know what that's going to look like. But it has been confirmed that you will only be able to use Pokemon that are in like that game's Pokedex. So that's something to keep in mind. It's not going to be like, you know, you can go do whatever you want. It's going to be you can maybe do whatever you want with these Pokemon that we're going to let you use. And maybe that's a good thing, but it's a bad thing. I'm not here to argue that. I'm just telling you that this isn't every Pokemon that's available. This isn't like, you know, like Pokemon Battle Revolution, where I'm pretty sure that like all the Pokemon are available in there. I don't know that for sure, but I'm pretty sure that all the Pokemon at the time were available in Pokemon Battle Revolution. Obviously, we've got like 3 times the amount of Pokemon now, so, you know. But the other thing is there's this blurb on the website that says that you'll be able to do battles with familiar mechanics such as abilities, moves, and types. Abilities, moves, and types. Hold on, let me look at it. Where's my phone? I left my phone somewhere. Hold on, I got it. It's in Discord. If you're in my Discord, you've already heard all my thoughts, but, you know, watch this video anyway, please. That'd be nice. Types, yeah, types, abilities. This new battle-focused game will feature familiar mechanics such as Pokemon types, abilities, and moves. That, first of all, they didn't list items. They didn't list a lot of things. And that doesn't necessarily mean they're not going to be in there, but it doesn't look good. Because why would you specifically say... This is like corporate speak, right? They specifically listed types, abilities, and moves. If those are the only things that we are listing, that is concerning. There are a lot of Pokemon mechanics that are not those 3 things. We could have listed items. We could have listed like effort values or individual values or whatever the official name is for those things, right? Those aren't listed here. And that's funky because they listed types. Why would they ever release any kind of Pokemon battling game that doesn't have types? Pokemon Go has types. The Pokemon TCG has types. Why would they choose to specifically list types over just about anything else if there was anything else? Maybe maybe the tinfoil hat is on, right? But I'm just saying that it's very weird for them to list specifically those 3 things and nothing else. And the next half of the sentence is creating an environment conducive to rich and varied strategies for new and experienced trainers alike. This is almost the same wording, I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to pull it up and look because I don't feel like it. You can go look it up yourself. I'm trying to get this video out fast. That is almost the same exact wording that they used for Pokemon TCG Pocket when they announced it in you know, whatever thing they announced it in. I don't remember. I think they just dropped a trailer one day. Or maybe they had like a little Pokemon presentation. I don't remember. That is almost exactly the same wording they used for Pokemon TCG Pocket. They said that it would... basically, they said almost the exact same thing. That it would be a new experience meant for new and experienced trainers alike. That is almost the same wording. I'm like 99% sure. That's concerning. I don't want to play Pokemon VGC Pocket. And that to me, that's what it sounds like this is going to be. This is going to be Pokemon VGC Pocket. It's going to be Pokemon battles. Sure, it's going to be double battles. That's another thing we know. We know that it's double battles. That's cool. It does say that there are multiple formats. Maybe there'll be single battles. Maybe there'll be triple battles. Maybe they'll bring back rotation battles and inverse battles. I don't know. That would be neat. Maybe that would still be worth playing for me. But it's not going to be VGC. What if there's no items? What if you can't train your Pokemon? What if they literally just have whatever stats they have and that's it? That removes a lot of the complexity from VGC. Makes it more enticing for maybe, you know, new trainers alike. And that would make a lot of sense. It's what they did. Look, if this is supposed to be what Pokemon TCG Pocket is for the Pokemon TCG, but for VGC, that's fine. That's great. You know, we get new people in, they'll get interested in it. It's not going to feel as a million miles away probably because maybe it will. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. I have no idea. The game doesn't exist yet. We don't even know when it's coming out. But I have a lot of concerns, okay? Because there's like this chart on the website, right? Maybe I'll throw it on the screen if I remember. it shows you where you can transfer mons, right? It's like one of those like Pokemon Home diagrams. Pokemon Home, Pokemon can go in and out of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Pokemon can leave Go to go into Pokemon Home, but they can't go back to Pokemon Go because, you know, fucking reasons. I don't know. And it says that Pokemon Home will be able to connect to Pokemon Champions. And that's very interesting because I don't believe that we've ever seen it use that verbiage before with like that specific like way that it's set up. It just says connect. And to me, that implies we already know for sure that you won't be able to take Pokemon that you acquire in battle, Pokemon generate, oh my god, in Pokemon Champions, out of Pokemon Champions. Like that's already been confirmed by the website, by like the trailer, all that stuff. But connect seems to imply that the Pokemon in Pokemon Home won't leave Pokemon Home. So like you're just kind of gonna like use them from Pokemon Home, I guess. Like it'll be like the same account, and like all of your Pokemon that are in Pokemon Home will just be available to you in Pokemon Champions, which is fine. That seems like a really like interesting, innovative way. You don't have to like move stuff around; they're just there. Okay, like that sounds great. But where are the if there are items, where are they coming from? Are they because you can't put items into Pokemon Home? Are you have to acquire the items in Pokemon Champions? Is this a free-to-play product, or is this a product that I'm paying for? If I pay for it, do I get access to all of the items, or do I still have to unlock them somehow with like some sort of weird, you know, like quest system? Okay, I guess that's annoying, but you gotta grind for items sometimes in regular Pokemon. Not so much these days. You can go buy all of them at like the Deli Mart after you beat the like, you know, the story. But are there gonna be like, if there are items, are there gonna be like microtransactions for the items? Because that sounds really scummy. If I gotta pay, you know, fucking 99 real cents for a choice band, that sounds terrible. I don't want to do that. If I have to do that, maybe I'll just quit playing VGC. That sounds awful. Like, how else am I going to send a message to the Pokemon Company that's not okay? You know what I mean? But also, a lot of people are, like, touting this. And I don't know why. Because I don't get that impression from this trailer at all. Like, it's going to be Pokemon Showdown, but made by the Pokemon Company. First of all, I do not believe that the Pokemon Company is ever going to give us Pokemon Showdown made by the Pokemon Company unless for some reason they just straight up acquire Pokemon Showdown and its team and all of its resources. That's the only way that's going to happen. And I don't even know if that's a thing that Pokemon Showdown wants to do. I mean, I guess, you know, they're not like a company. I don't really know the legality behind all that. But, you know, bear with me. I'm going somewhere. Maybe, like this is best case scenario, okay? This it's not going to be Pokemon Showdown. They're not going to just let you use whatever Pokemon you want and like give them whatever you want. They're not going to let us do that. They've made it abundantly clear they don't want us to do that. Best case scenario, it's like Pokemon Battle Revolution, Pokemon Stadium, right? It's got its own like limited decks. You can use Pokemon that are in Pokemon Home. And maybe it'll make it a little bit easier to like train Pokemon that you want to use in like the real games. Maybe it'll give you some kind of option to help with like EV training or like changing abilities or like teaching them moves. Because Pokemon Home keeps a list of every move that Pokemon has ever known, and it knows like which moves are allowed in which game. This can know that too. That's fine. Yeah, maybe it'll make it a little bit easier. And if that's the case, and I gotta pay like a monthly subscription of a couple dollars for that and Pokemon Home together, maybe they make like a combined subscription for both of them. Fine, cool, great. I'm okay with that. That's fine. I'll do it because training Pokemon takes forever. And if they make it a little bit easier where I don't have to like grind for like Terra Shards or whatever, fine. But even if this is Pokemon Showdown made by the Pokemon Company, even if they let you do whatever you want with these Pokemon, even if this is where we're going to play VGC, do I really want to play a VGC format with potentially every single generational gimmick in it? Like, maybe they'll balance it. Maybe you can only have, like, one per team, or, like, you can only use, like, one per game or something like that, right? But do I really want to, like, go into a battle and see a Charizard and, like, wonder if it's Mega Charizard or Dynamax Charizard or, like, Terra Fire Charizard? Because the reality is there are a lot of Pokemon that double dip on these mechanics, and that sounds terrible. And it's not going to have an open team sheet best of 3 ladder. Maybe it will. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the ranked mode is open team sheet best of 3. I don't know. That would be absolutely insane. But the ranked mode in Scarlet and Violet is closed team sheet best of 1. And if I'm playing closed team sheet best of 1, do I want to really have to guess based on, like, looking at the team whether it's Mega Venusaur or Gigantamax Venusaur? Because honestly, those 2 Pokemon don't play at all the same. Those are very different Pokemon with very different play styles. And I don't know how people are going to, like, obviously they're going to, like, make it look like one and it's going to be the other. And I'm going to have no way of knowing. And maybe that's me spiraling a little bit too much. But, like, we went through a lot of ifs to get to the point where I can say, okay, but, like, will the format even be fun? And I feel like we're not going to clear all of those ifs. I don't think this game is going to be VGC. And if it is, and I'm wrong, and it's great, fantastic. I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be wrong. I wouldn't be making this video. I wouldn't be ranting to you. I wouldn't be going off the deep end about a less than a minute long trailer that they showed us today on Pokemon Day if I didn't think that there was some merit to this argument. I would never argue something that I didn't believe in to you. And that's it. I mean, I think best case scenario, it's a neat little game and it'll maybe help us, like, train some Pokemon better. I think that is the most realistic outcome for this. And if that's the case, that's fine. I am okay with that. I think the most likely outcome is that this is Pokemon VGC Pocket and it's got no items. And maybe it doesn't even have EVs. Maybe it doesn't even have IVs. Maybe every Pokemon just has the same stats all the time. Or maybe it uses, like, the grit system from Legends Arceus. Or maybe that system's returning in Legends ZA. Maybe it'll be, like, some kind of grit system, right? But so many people are blowing this up. And maybe, maybe they're doing it for the views. Maybe they're doing it because they know people are excited. And they want them to be excited. And they want, like, to get people excited. I'm not that guy, okay? If I'm excited, I'll let you know about it. If I am not excited, I'll let you know about it. And I'm not excited. I've got this bad feeling in the bottom of my stomach about this game, about Pokemon Champions. And that's all I got to say about it. I mean, I really don't have anything more to add. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, and we look back on this video and we say, Andy, you were so silly for making this video. But if that's the case, come back and comment on the video. I guess we'll get it trending again. I don't know how the algorithm works, man. But what I do know is that if you like this video, please leave me a like. All the likes help push the video to all the peoples, and we need to get all the peoples so that we can grow as a channel and we can make all the AndyLa fans make the AndyLa army or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe. Like I said, go down and comment. Tell me what you think. Do you think this game is going to be good? Do you think it's going to be Pokemon Showdown made by the Pokemon Company? Do you think it's going to be, like, my best case scenario? Do you think it's just going to be Pokemon VGC Pocket? Are you guys all, like, cynical little weirdos like me? Let me know. But with that, everyone, my name's Andrew. I'll catch you guys next time. A very special thank you to all of the certified AndyLa fans, especially the AndyLa VIPs, including Colton and Cosmic Pharaoh. Once upon a time, man, I heard that I was struggling. Came from a gym where power creep wasn't coming in. Face long, stats tight, defense up, shack height. Sturdy on me, sash like, got the TM last night. Hit me with that good move, make the smile and act right. Bast boys, better hit that builder. I know that's right, big Bast